Hello friends, this is Jack from Choco Anime Recap, and today, I'm going to recap the 2023 action-adventure fantasy anime called Record of Ragnarok, Season 2, Episode 5. But before that, it's my humble request to every person who is watching this, please like this video and share it with your friends. Jack the Ripper stood up and wiped the blood from his face. Heracles approached him, commending his durability. They faced each other, and Jack lunged forward with his knife. Heracles dodged the attack and retaliated with a powerful punch. Heracles raised his hand to strike a finishing blow, but in a sudden move, Jack stabbed him in the chest with his own hand. Heracles realized that Jack had turned his own blood into a divine treasure and was using it to soak his gloves. As he bled out, he asked Jack what his color was. Jack replied that it hadn't changed, and admitted defeat. Thinking that the end was near, Heracles instead hugged Jack and said that he loved humans. The god's soul shattered and he disappeared, leaving the other gods and mankind in stunned silence. Before vanishing completely, Heracles apologized for shouting at Jack and wondered if Brunhild had witnessed their fight. He left the rest to her to save the human race. As Jack watched Heracles disappear, he wondered what the color of his own emotions was. Heimdall announced him as the winner of the 4th round. Flock returned to her senses, and Jack asked how she was feeling. Instead of responding, Flock asked Jack how it felt to kill a god. Jack wasn't sure, and admitted to never having felt such an emotion before. Flock thought that Jack was a pitiable person, as he couldn't even show sadness during such a mournful time. Realizing she was covered in blood, Flock left to take a shower and instructed Jack to go to the infirmary, as he was seriously injured. As Jack walked away, he remembered how Heracles had promised to use all of his power to save him from his suffering. Jack wished he could see Heracles again, and just then, a stone was thrown at him by the angry people of Thebes, who were upset that he had killed their hero. Arthur Conan Doyle claimed that Jack the Ripper's evil had consumed even a god, and that Jack couldn't possibly be human, but rather a monster. Shakespeare disagreed, asserting that they shouldn't look away from the truth. Beauty was sometimes filth, and filth was sometimes beauty, and that was what made humans what they are. Jack smiled and tipped his hat to the crowd as they continued to attack him. Gaul cries over Heracles' death and confronts Brunhild about her feelings towards Jack for killing the hero. Brunhild reminds Gaul of the meaning behind the word Valkyrie. They are the choosers of the slain, and their emotions are relevant to their duty of saving humanity. However, Gaul notices Brunhild's bloody fist from clenching it too hard. Brunhild then heads to a room where she pays her respects to Lubu and Adam, placing a cup beside them for Heracles. Despite the fact that he is being enshrined alongside humans, Brunhild is confident that Heracles will forgive her. She breaks down in tears and vows to join him once this battle is over. As Ares laments the death of Heracles, Loki proposes that everything was part of Jack's plan. Even his fall on the fence was calculated to avoid fatal damage. Loki is annoyed that Jack managed to fool not only Heracles, but all of the gods, by acting like the fence post was his ultimate weapon, while his true objective was to soak his gloves with enough blood. Hermes disagrees and states that he would never take such a dangerous gamble. Loki speculates that Jack realized he couldn't beat Heracles without putting his life on the line. Ares, however, disagrees and says that they should praise Heracles, who never gave up and held on to hope until the end. To honor his great friend, Ares intends to continue to hope. Zeus announces that the score is now tied at 2-2, but vents his anger at humanity's success and destroys the gods' viewing area. He declares that they cannot let humans lead. Soji Okita and Isami Kondo discuss the ongoing fight, impressed by the strength of the combatants. They agree that being chosen to fight in Ragnarok is an honor for any warrior. Soji is eager to join the fight himself. Meanwhile, Loki remarks that Ares has yet to return from the restroom, and Hermes jokes that he is probably still crying. Loki decides to take a walk, while Zeus declares that he will take a nap and leaves in anger. Hermes accuses them of being a bunch of liars, and Loki waits by a fountain. There, he sees Buddha approaching, and the Buddha gives him a serious look, wondering if he wants to fight. Loki denies it, saying he has a question for him. He admits that, like Buddha, it was his first time seeing Valander, and he may have gotten overexcited. He goes on to explain that something has been bothering him since the first bout. He wonders if Valander has always been so strong, given its ability to defend against pressure, and even kill the gods. The gods would never allow the demigod Valkyries to have such a power. Then Loki remembers a method that could make it possible. He explains that in Buddha's spiritual realm, they have something similar called samavadana, where entrusting one's life to another and sharing the same fate could unlock their full physical and spiritual potential. Valander's forging of divine treasures isn't the only way to gain strength, and by risking their lives, the Valkyries are gaining the power to resist the gods. Curious about Buddha's thoughts on the matter, Loki poses his question, but Buddha is distracted and asks for a concise version. After some laughter, Loki asks Buddha directly if he is a traitor, warning that he will kill him if he is. Buddha smiles and playfully wonders what would happen if he were indeed a traitor. The 7 celestial beings then manifest and declare that the traitors must face judgment. They assert that they are the enforcers of justice in heaven, the keepers of divine order, the 7 celestial beings of fortune. One of them, Ebisu, says they have been waiting to pass judgment on Buddha. Buddha breaks his candy, which startles and alarms Ebisu. He comments that he always bites his candy instead of sucking on it, and asks Ebisu what his name is again, which infuriates him. Ebisu attempts to attack Buddha, who deftly dodges the attack and uses the broken candy stick to pierce Ebisu's hand. This provokes the Shinto god, and the rest of the 7 celestial beings prepare to attack Buddha. Loki intervenes, reminding them that Buddha is his target, and they should not interfere, before jokingly joining the 7 celestial beings' side, and teasing Buddha that he had thought Loki was protecting him. Buddha dismisses the comment and challenges them to fight him if they wish. He releases his powerful aura, which exerts immense pressure on the gods. Kojiro Sasaki enters the room and comments on how chaotic the heavens seem to be. He notices that the gods are ganging up on one person, and that gods and humans are not so different after all. However, Kojiro doubts that Poseidon would participate in such behavior. Loki questions why Kojiro is here now that his turn is over. The samurai responds that he disapproves of ganging up on others, drawing his swords and declaring that he will assist Buddha. Ebisu mocks him, stating that they outnumber them. Just then, Soji and Isami arrive, sensing the intense fighting spirit. The god Hodiaizen warns them to leave or face death, but Soji eagerly wants to join the fight. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 6. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.